Amy in Oldbury said, my mum and dad told me when a black spot appeared on my tongue that only adults could see every time I told a lie. I never told a fib again.
I might copy that one.
That's a good one.
That's good. I'm going to have a go with that one. Now, this next guest, he's the Emmerdale bad boy who blackmailed his own mother. He has. His tongue will be covered in black spots, he will. He's blackmailed his own mother. Yeah. He was brave enough to square up to the Dingles as well.
Yeah.
What else?
Well, now he's framed his half-brother, Ryan, for the murder of his dad, which he knows that his mum committed, you see.
He knows that. Is there no end to this man's evil?
I'm so sick of you!
I don't care!
Then enough! I'll see you soon.
What you shouldn't have done was murder my dad. I'm the rightful heir to all of this.
I think I found a body.
I'm arresting you on suspicion of murder.
Mum, are you not listening to me? If there was an argument and then there's a scuffle and the gun went off, I mean, these things happen, right?
Because whoever did it from 6 feet away.
You didn't kill him accidentally. What are you talking about? It was murder.
We have him here in the flesh. Lyndon Ogbourne, who plays nasty Nathan Wilde. He's with us now. Is he as bad as he seems, Lyndon?
Yeah, he's pretty awful.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Fair enough. I thought that, actually. I thought there might have been some redeeming feature.
No, well, he's doing it for his family, which is sort of... People seem to sort of see through that and think that he's just out-and-out nasty. But, I mean, he has done all of this to protect his mum. So I mean, his reasons behind it are honourable.
Are you trying to see a good side to him?
Yeah, maybe there's a good bit.
Is there a good bit to playing somebody who is so bad? In other words, people just love to hate him. So, therefore... Do you get some sort of perverse kick out of that?
Well, yeah, to some extent, but also, I mean, it's interesting to watch somebody who's that nasty if you can see some elements of nice things to them, because at least you can see the different, like, darks and light to them, and it makes it more interesting to watch, hopefully. But at the same time, I do just love playing someone who's that nasty.
Well, Emmerdale have very kindly given us an exclusive clip of tonight's episode at 7 o'clock tonight, and this is at the funeral of your father, Mark.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it's a bit of an argy-bargy.
Maisie. Maisie. Will you come and see me, please? I need to talk to you.
Leave her alone, Ryan.
Please.
You're making a fool of yourself. What are you doing here, anyway? What, is this your final desperate plea? Do you know what you are pathetic?
Just stand back!
Nathan, come away.
You stitched me up. You know full well I didn't do anything wrong!
Would you please take him away?
No, you can't do that.
No, I think you'll find they can.
Maisie, please, look, you know he did it. It wasn't me. Please, you've got to believe me.
Leave me alone!
You pulled that off well.
But your sister Macy is going to possibly be the fly in your ointment, isn't she? Because she's now worried about this mobile phone thing. Did you take it away from her?
That's right. She's starting to suspect me, and I mean, the thing is that a lot of fingers start pointing at Nathan, and yeah, the whole mobile phone thing and lots of different elements, and the whole village just pretty much detest him, so...
But we can tell people that you're leaving Dale,
right,
so
yeah.
do you know, I mean, you can't tell us, and I don't want you to tell us to spoil it, but is it a very explosive exit?
Well, there's a lot more twists and turns to go. There's a really sort of dark sort of future ahead for Nathan, and even darker than what you've seen, and stuff that we filmed, I think, possibly is some of the most sort of evil and corrupt stuff that I've sort of ever witnessed in a soap at all. It's really... I think they're planning on putting warnings before the episode. There's some really sort of dark stuff that's going on that has been filmed with one of the other sort of main actors, but it's really sort of corrupt and quite evil. So,
oh, well, we should look forward to
dark.
that. So, do you know what's next after Emmerdale? Have you got any plans, or just a bit of
time? I mean, obviously, from people seeing Nathan, I probably shouldn't mention about being offered the sort of Bond villain, but I mean, I'm not supposed to bring that up. But no, I mean, I'm looking forward to coming back to London. Hopefully, some sort of theatre work. I'd love to work in sort of one of the big theatres in West End, obviously, which is quite a dream. But no, I mean, apart from that, sort of more TV projects and spending more time with my girlfriend and just sort of generally getting back into London life, which would be awesome. This whole acting thing actually is in Lyndon's blood. Explain that. Well, my granddad is an actor. He's 85 and still working, which is unbelievable, really. Which is yeah. But my brother's also an actor, and my sisters are both keen as well. So we used to sort of grow up watching my granddad in sort of films and TV things, also going to the theatre, and he almost sort of taught us that we could get away with being actors. So I think think it sort of allowed us to sort of realise that we could try and do it as a career.
And is that Grandad's cap you're wearing in tribute to him?
Yeah, this is his. This is his.
Before the acting, or maybe to supplement the money, but when you were trying to kind of get work, you worked as a nanny, didn't you? A male nanny.
That's right. I was a male nanny for a couple of years, and to be honest, I've sort of not hidden the fact that I'm quite broody, and so it's always been something that I'm keen to sort of. I love working with kids, and I used to do tutoring and sort of do some stuff looking after children. But I just think that as an actor growing up, there was so many times of working in bars and things like that basically becomes a little bit difficult to sort of feel worthwhile. So doing something like nannying and sort of doing teaching with kids just made me feel like I was putting something into the community while I was waiting to sort of have a break.
And you were saying really tough times. There were times when you just said you just had no money,
yeah,
you paid your rent, you had no money.
I don't want to sort of play the small, tiny violin, but at the same time there was very tough times during living in London, and I mean, it's obviously very expensive, but there was times when I was sort of earning just enough to cover anything, so sort of all of my bills and stuff, and then you're left with anything as little as a sort of a quid to try and get away with like sort of the rest of eating and all that sort of stuff. So I mean, it was tough, but at the same time it makes the highs a lot bigger and a lot greater.
But it depends how long the highs last for. I mean, like take the Emmerdale situation, that must have been good for you because it was regular work and high profile, but like all things, it comes to an end as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was fortunate because, I mean, they've not sort of hidden the fact they were keen for Nathan to sort of stay on, and so I've made the sort of brave, if not sort of slightly stupid decision of stepping away, and just purely because the whole reason of becoming an actor was to sort of have all the different experiences and try different things. But
and Lyndon, have you left the door? Would the door be left open for you to come back in the future?
They very kindly said they're going to leave the door open. So yeah, who knows? I mean, to be honest, I don't want it to be the end of Nathan. I hope he does come back at some point, and because I've just had an absolute blast playing him, and there's lots more to come. So.
And wasn't it when you were working as a male nanny, you were actually looking after child? You got the call, wasn't you?
Yeah. I was working down in Clapham, and my agent phoned, and they'd been waiting ages and ages and ages to sort of let me know. They were sort of down to the last two, and then they opened it back up and all this sort of stuff, and then they phoned me on a Friday and said, look, we're going to have to wait until after the weekend, and I'd built up knowing it was going to be Friday. And I sort of slightly deflated inside, and then about 10 minutes later they phoned and said, actually, they said, forget that, they want you. And we were both jumping around for joy. So it was a child I'd looked after for a little while, and he knew how much it meant to me. So it was a really lovely experience.
He was jumping up and down with you.
Yeah, he was very excited.
And is Grandpa always there for advice?
He's been really sort of, it's great occasions on sort of like coming on before this or anything like that to phone and sort of explain how nervous I am.
Is he watching this morning?
Yeah, he'll be watching.
Hello,
so, hi,
Michael.
Grandma and Grandad.
Hi,
so,
Grandad.
Yeah, hello. But it's nice to be able to know that he's been through it and has had those experiences, and hopefully sort of give me the right advice and push in the right direction.
Well, Lyndon, hopefully lots more experiences ahead for you. You'll keep us on the edge of our seats, pushing people in all directions on Emmerdale for the next few weeks. Good seeing you.
Good
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's Emmerdale tonight, 7 o'clock.
We're going to take a break there, and still to come this morning we're going to be talking to Graham Miles. Graham was diagnosed with what's called locked-in syndrome. He was told he'd be paralysed for life.
Yeah, but he has bewildered those medical experts by making an amazing recovery, he says, using just the power of his mind.
And we have got the Australian rock chick. She knows how to strum a guitar. That's Orianne, who would have been performing, incidentally, with Michael Jackson this summer, but obviously she's not. And she'll be with us right after this break. Don't go away.